everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for dropping by today. It's around 6:45 in the evening. I'm actually on my way to Starbucks to pick up a food bag, a magic bag from the TooGoodToGo app. And yeah, it's a Starbucks down Preston New Road, so that's what I'm doing down here, walking down there now. I've no idea what will be in the bag. It'll be a surprise. It's stuff that basically they haven't sold throughout the day. Last time I filmed Preston New Road, I'd filmed it on my bike and the footage was absolutely so terrible. I'm not even sure if I uploaded all the videos. I did quite a lot of cycling videos, and some of them, because the footage was so wobbly, I didn't bother uploading all of them. But for now we've got some nice smooth footage because I'm holding the camera as I walk. It's actually starting to get dark and the road is fairly quiet. So there's not going to be a lot of traffic noise as we walk, which is going to be good. And also another reason why I'm happy to be walking all the way down here is because pedometer steps. I'm doing a challenge. The challenge videos will be uploaded at 11 PM every evening for the next 30 days. And my challenge is, can I do over 30,000 steps a day on my pedometer for 30 days? In 2016 or maybe 2017, I can't remember which year it was now. Wow, I think it was 2016, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I did a year-long fitness challenge, and that challenge was, can I do every day for a year 100 sit-ups, 100 squats and 100 push-ups. And you know what, I did it every single day, and I really thought that challenge would have made my channel blow up a little bit. That sounds kind of arrogant and presumptuous, but you know, people like challenges and fitness. But you know what, literally nobody watched those videos. I'm not even kidding. They got so little amount of views, and I remember I did keep the challenge going throughout the year, and I'm not gonna lie, after all those sit-ups my tummy was definitely a lot flatter by the end of the year. My arms weren't any stronger, I just always struggled on the push-ups, but yeah, my channel still stayed tiny and literally nobody watched them. I was so despondent and sad, so I really thought that would be the idea, where people would be like, whoa, and people would start following. But I don't know, maybe it'll happen one day. Maybe my channel will just blow up and get big one day. But for now, I'm walking down Preston New Road to pick up this Starbucks bag, and it's starting to get dark as I walk. I'm looking at the video what I'm filming through my little viewfinder, and it actually looks a lot lighter on camera than it does as I'm walking. It looks quite a bit darker in real life. But hopefully when I get home I'll have some nice food from Starbucks, because I'm kind of hungry. I've only had a baked potato today, and that was like ages ago. And even more, hopefully I'll have more than 30,000 steps in my pedometer. If I don't have the 30,000 steps, I'll just have to walk around my garden or pace up and down the kitchen for about an hour, and I have done that before. Plenty of trees down here. Some really nice big houses down here. I remember I said that to my son once. I said, oh, there's something else, it's down here. And he goes, yeah, I wouldn't like to live down here, it's on the main road. But I do think that if you lived on a main road, you'd get used to the traffic noise really quick. Because I've lived on main roads before when I was younger, and the traffic noise ends up being soothing. In fact, after years of living on the main road throughout my childhood and teens, I moved to a much quieter place where there was hardly any traffic, and it was weird. I had problems sleeping in the beginning because everything was so quiet. And then after that, when I got my first house many years later, that was on a little road where no traffic ever. The only cars that ever drive down that little road were people that lived on the road. It wasn't a thoroughfare. It was just a little tiny road where you would only drive onto it if either you lived there or if you were visiting somebody who lived there. But the best thing about that house was you kept your windows open. You could hear the trams at night going past, and I'm talking about the old trams, you know, that clangy sound the old trams made when they would go over the tram tracks. Much nicer than the newer trams. I mean, I'm not throwing hate on the newer trams, I'm just saying I like the older ones much better. It's going to be interesting to watch this video when I get home, because I'm not really noticing as I'm walking how much darker it's getting. It's weird when you're walking and it's starting to get dark. It's like you don't notice, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it's dark, when did that happen? Yeah, there's some absolutely huge houses down here. They're pretty much qualify as mansions. Although what in your head would qualify as a mansion? When does a house stop becoming a house, and when does it become a mansion? Does it have to be detached? Probably, yeah. You can't really have a terrace mansion, can you? Or even a semi-detached mansion. To have a mansion, I would say, it would have to be detached. It would have to stand in its own grounds and have a reasonable sized garden and a nice big gate. Maybe even one of those big double gates like you see in the old Hammer House of Horror movies. So yeah, I think to have a mansion, you would have to have detached house in its own grounds, walled all the way around, and a big imposing metal gate. So you've got all that, so how big does the actual house have to be called a mansion? I think it could still be a mansion if you only had around 4 or 5 bedrooms. I mean, that's still pretty big, right? This is further than I thought, this Starbucks. I had it in my head, it was just here near Fat Man's Corner, but it's not, it's way further down, isn't it? Oh well. It's all extra steps. And I've set myself the 30,000 target because I think that's going to be really hard, but I also think it's absolutely doable for me at least. I mean, if I made a target of something like 50,000 steps, I wouldn't do it. I'd really struggle. I'd maybe make it one of the days and then I'd end up not getting close any of the other days. So yeah, 30,000, it's a good target. It'll be interesting to see how I feel at the end of the 30 days, because I have a couple of health conditions. I've possibly mentioned them, but maybe not. I damaged my ankle quite badly when I was a child, and it was the healing process, shall we just say, it was mismanaged. It was misdiagnosed at the time and it wasn't treated properly, and it's caused me some problems my whole life. I've got a pretty weak ankle and I have osteoarthritis in my bone, just, well, it's in my foot actually, just below my ankle. So struggle with that a lot, and sometimes that's really painful and sometimes it's less painful. It tends to be worse in the cold and the wet, although experts tell you that arthritis isn't affected by cold or wet weather. I'm not sure if it's actual medical fact or psychosomatic, but I'm going to tell you folks now, mine absolutely feels worse in the cold and the wet weather. I also have a condition called neurofibromatosis. It's written as it sounds if you want to write it out and spell it out, or you can just put NF for short, and that affects the muscles and the nerve endings, so that causes me pain a lot of the times. I have fibrositis as well. I get that mainly in my shoulders though, not the small of my back. And lastly, where my ankle's injured, and I always pronounce this one wrong even though I have it, it's plantar fasciitis or fasciitis. It's to do with the arch of your foot, the muscle on the arch of your foot collapsing a little bit. And sometimes when I'm in a lot of pain, the best thing to do is to just walk. Really, just walk and walk and walk, and that kind of makes it hurt a little bit less. Oh, and I have one more health condition that doesn't actually affect my legs or my feet, that affects my thumbs. It's called brachydactyly type D. You may or may not have heard of that, but what that is, it's when the bone of your thumb, the top bit, a bit between your knuckle and your nail basically, it's shorter than usual, and you have a short wide nail bed, and really a lot of the time it's just affects you cosmetically, but with some people who have it really severely, I actually don't. It can affect the movement in your thumbs. Oh well, look at that folks, already I'm here at Starbucks, so it wasn't that far after all. So I'm going to finish this video for now, or I will do a very short video showing you what I've got in my bag. So I'm going to say for now, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button as well. Maybe you can leave me a comment. And I shall see you all very soon in the next video when I will show you what I've got in this bag. So, goodbye.